and welcome to Pixels and Points. As always, I am Matt Nelsen, the media director, and with us, as always, it's
Susie Brown, media buyer extraordinaire here at Red Rock.
All right, and today we have a update from Meta AI. They sent out an update on the 2nd, so it's a little bit back, but last week. But they set up some updates to their business AI offerings. So we'll just go over some of that real fast, and we'll be good. So what this basically is going to go over is that they're enhancing their offerings, especially to small and medium-sized businesses, to be able to have Meta do some of it. You know, your advertising. If you're a small business, you don't have the ability, you don't have access to what we have here, which is a creative department that can make a whole suite of creative that's all on brand, you know, specific look and specific way you want it. If you're a small business, like a small lawyer or even a tailoring shop or something like that,
doing it in-house,
you'll have a couple pictures. Or if you make like Etsy purses or something, you'll have some pictures and things like that. And you'll have interactions, and you'll have probably a good size of content on your Facebook page. And what business AI is going to do for you on that front is that they're setting it up so that the AI will look through all your content and it will be able to interact with consumers. So they're trying to drive more interaction on their platform through basically interactions with people when they want to message your business or if they have a question about a specific product. Some of the AI options that they had specifically pointed out was if you have clothing, if you're selling clothing,
a lot of retail,
that the people you can actually upload a picture of yourself and you can try it on using their AI tool. What it'll do is it'll take the sizes and it'll show what it looks like on the user.
Or make suggestions like that you would love based on what you're wearing, these 3 tops.
And some other stuff is when, like, you have a question about the business, when do you open, when do you close, what sizes does it come in, that kind of a thing. It can be pretty daunting to try to set up your own AI chat. I mean, there's companies that'll help you through that, but if you're a small company, you don't have the budget to spend, additional $30 a month or whatever it's going to be to have your own chat bot. So what AI is going to do is it's going to give you one of theirs that they've developed, and it looks through all your past content, and it'll chat with people, talking to them about like what the specials are, what things are happening, you know, or based on whatever your business is. The thing you need to look out for with all of this is that it's going to be diving through all of your content. Now, it says it's only diving through your content on Facebook, but I believe
where did we get that section?
I don't know if it would dive through your content on your website, because it says you can put the business AI on your website. So, but it didn't really go into details on that. And it says and website, so it's
and any ad campaigns you've run right through Meta. So it'll take your social, your website, and really any information you let it have access to. It can crawl, right? It
can crawl through all your information. Yeah. So if any page that you have on your website that's crawled, even if it's crawlable, it may crawl, even if you think it's hidden. So
it still may find information that you don't want included.
Like old coupon codes are saying like you can get 20%, like it will sell somebody that you
an expired offer
when that
items that are out of stock that you don't offer anymore.
When the offer hasn't been available for 2 years, it's that kind of thing that you have to make sure that everything's accurate across your entire business, because it'll crawl everything. If you say you're closed on one day, it may infer that you're closed. It's a toddler right now is what AI is. So
it only has the little bit it can see and goes from there. And how much control do you have once you give it the reins? That would be my biggest concern.
And we've had this issue with just the AIs that are out there. Like if you're gonna talk to ChatGPT or Meta or Gemini, and you ask it questions about, you know, what's the best tire place near me, it'll give you a bunch of options. But say you're a tire person and you're like, I just searched from my office and I said, what's a good one near me? And I didn't show up. And then you say like, okay, well, why did my business show up, Gemini? And it'll go, oh, well, they're closed. and you're not closed.
Yep.
So it's that kind of a thing where it can get stuff wrong. So the thing is with this AI, with all the AI that you have, um, I would say try not to use the click boxes where it's just a yes, do this automatically.
Mhm.
As much as you can go in. I know, and this was from like the messaging part of it is what a lot of this is, but there was actual advertising, like it's going to have AI generated music that it can put on your ad.
Yes. Where was that section? Which I think is great. Like you were saying, when you don't have using the Advantage Plus tools, when you don't have your own creative team, when you don't have anything in house, you can just feed it all of your, like you're saying, photos, and then it will create those different versions of each ad. So then
Yeah,
you can have that holistic campaign. You know,
yeah,
maybe you needed an audio spot. It even, yeah, it'll do AI audio. Don't know how it's going to sound yet,
and
but some of them
with
are pretty
those photos, when you upload those photos, it does have an option when you're setting up your ad. It'll have AI generated content based off of that content that you
good.
can look
Mhm.
through. Check off which ones you're like, yeah, that one looks good. I could go with that one. It'll be all AI generated. But yeah, the music, I haven't seen that yet. They did have music in there that you could use that, was basically paid for by Facebook, but I haven't seen the AI generated music. And the other part with music is that it always, if you're going to run a display ad where there's no sound on it, like a video you have sound, if you run a
Mhm.
display ad, it'll automatically check off the box that it's going to add music to it. And if you don't realize that, then you've started an ad that has music on it. It's the same thing for a
Yeah.
carousel ad. If you're going to put that together, it'll automatically put music on it. So you have to
And that
watch out
may
for
not be exactly what
that.
you want.
Some of the other places that the Advantage, they said that they're expanding Advantage Plus tools. I've
Mhm.
kind of seen this. It's mostly just been slightly annoying because they've added the Advantage Plus tools and they're always automatically turned on. You have to go in
Right.
and turn them off if you don't want them.
And if you
Uh,
are, right, just like we've talked about, there's advantages to using Advantage Plus, but at the same time, you lose so much control.
Yeah, you do. One of the places where it's Advantage Plus is always turned on is in whether or not you're going to be advertising on Facebook, Instagram, Messages, Threads, or Facebook's audience platform, which is everything else. But what we found most of the time, that's going to be like reward videos on app games. But
Exactly. Exactly. It's the secret black hole where you got your impressions, but were they really worth the money kind of thing.
another one that you can miss easily is if you're located, say, in Austin, and you say I only want to advertise to people in Austin, and you go in and or you just put in specific zip codes of
Zip
Austin
codes.
you want to be at. There's a checkbox right underneath that says reach more people through Advantage Plus, and it is always checked off, which means that it will disregard not only your geo targeting, but it'll disregard whatever your audiences that you set up. Like I only want people that are
Mhm.
interested in barbecue or whatever. It's going to disregard that and advertise to whoever it thinks is going to give you whatever
Right.
your KPI is, whether it's reach, impressions, clicks to the site, website conversions. It's going to send
That's
over whoever.
dangerous that it can run outside the geo you put. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we haven't experienced that it does run outside the geo, but
Mhm.
when that it was turned on, but it says that it can. It's going to run it to whoever it thinks is going to be the best audience for it is what it wants.
Right. At the end of the day, you have to have that human optimizing along with the AI because its KPIs are going to be like you were saying when it crawls to look for information on the internet, same thing within itself. It's going to optimize to what it thinks is best for, efficiency, but
Yeah,
efficiency isn't always best when you actually see where it's running.
and if you have a very specific idea like we do because we're at an agency of what you want your ad to look like, there are
Mhm.
many places where it tries to interject its own ideas onto what your ad should be, including music. But
Mhm.
another one is where it will optimize your image. That means they'll make it prettier if it doesn't think it's pretty enough.
Mhm.
There's some other ones where it will move your image so it looks like it's moving, or try to turn your carousel into a video, and you have to uncheck those are checked off. You have to uncheck a lot
Mhm.
of stuff if you don't want it to run. One of the things it says that's in this article is that it wants to help brands optimize their creative for multilingual audiences, which means that the AI has a dubbing feature for Spanish. So
Yep.
my best guess is that this is going to be another checkbox that you're going to have to uncheck. If you have a video and the video's in English, it may go ahead and dub over the English and Spanish. And
Yep.
as
And you
Susie
just
and I
lose
know,
all that control.
it's a media agency. You don't want somebody else dubbing your Spanish, especially not AI, because
Right.
we've done some haunted house advertising recently, and we were trying to run stuff in Spanish language,
Hmm.
uh, directly translating your English copy into Spanish.
It
It's
doesn't translate at the end of the day. Yeah, you need someone else. We always have somebody fully that can fully speak Spanish to look at all of our spots and make sure that everything's translated correctly, or rely on the Spanish radio stations, which are more experts and know what's going to fly as far as like slang and different things like that, just to make sure the message stays the same.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a small business and you're just trying to get off the ground, you mean a lot of this stuff you'll be just like, all right, I'm trying to get people to call me about air conditioning. Like I don't the dubbing isn't going to be the biggest problem in my life, or the
Right.
AI music sounds fine, and that's fine. If you want to go through that and you can set it up, and it's going to probably be a benefit to you, especially with if you've been active on your social and you've answered a lot of questions on your social. The AI business
We'll pick that
message
up. Hmm.
going to pick all that up, and it's going to be a boon to you. And I mean, I'd completely suggest looking into it and adding it to your Facebook plan. So not against this at all. It's just when you're doing it, you got to keep an eye on every single thing, because
Yes.
Facebook is apt to make money. They want to spend
Hmm.
whatever budget you want. And oh, that was another thing that was in here. It if you turn on some of this stuff, it will automatically adjust your campaign when it thinks that your budget is limiting. So it will automatically
Hmm.
it wants to increase your budget. And I've seen that already with some of the stuff that I've set up. When I've set up, a bubble opens up and says, "Hey, you could get more impressions if you spend double the
Yep,
cost."
you have all these impressions available. Just increase that budget. And like I said, that is dangerous when
They
handing
make
over.
it if you're not paying attention, you can hit that blue button. And the blue button where you think you're just like moving on is where it'll automatically change your budget. You have to hit like the cancel button, which doesn't feel natural. So they know what
Exactly.
they're doing. They're out there. You got to remember, like, oh, AI, they're going to try to make it easier. Yeah, they're trying to make it easier for you to spend money on their platform.
At
So
the end of the day, it is a business, and that is how they make their money.
they do.
Yep.
So yeah, looking to look more into some of these offerings that they're going to be bringing out, and we'll
Hmm.
let y'all know once we've tried some of them out, and on a future update.
Definitely. We'll always have more AI because it's always changing. So we'll always have something to talk about there. But we'll see you guys next week.
All right, I just took that